Hello, this is Hooked by Happenstance, and I'm Kendra, and as you can tell by my voice, I'm a little under the weather, and I've been a little under the weather all week, which is why it is Wednesday, and I'm just now filming my Sunday sunrise. For those of you who are new around here, I don't always sound like this, and this video may potentially be a little choppy, because if I have a coughing fit, I'll just have to cut it out, or potentially many of them, as my day has been going. My Sunday sunrise is my solution to New Year's resolutions, but rather than making a bunch of goals in January that I knew I wasn't going to follow through on, I make weekly goals. I come back and tell you at the end of the week how I did in my crafty life, shed some light on the past week and my choices and whether they were productive or not, and I look forward to the week ahead and decide what things I would like to focus my attention on in that time. So, let's begin by looking at last week's list. Last week, I made a physical list with my big marker, little paper, which is the way I like to do it. It prevents me from overcommitting because I only have so much room, to be honest. So the first thing here on the list was Scraptember. As you know, October has begun, thus my month of scrappy projects has ended. I officially only finished 2, but I have a third that is very close to completion, and I actually finished a third one since then, but I haven't talked about it yet. So, one of the 4 original projects was not completed for Scraptember. I actually didn't touch it at all, but that's okay because I actually supplemented a different, probably more difficult project in its place. So I feel good about Scraptember. I feel like I finished some projects that were hanging over my head. I definitely cleared some space, and boy have I been enjoying that scrap stash blanket this week. As I have not been feeling well, I have definitely been cuddled up under the couch. I've been on top of the couch, but under the blanket, and it has been delightful. So the second thing that I wanted to finish was my cogitation cowl, which was the supplemental scrap project I did. I did finish that the other day. I'll talk about it on the podcast. The pattern, I still need to get it up on Patreon. I'll probably try and do that Thursday or Friday. But that is the plan. It's almost all done. I just need to put photos in and stuff. So that has worked out well, and I really enjoyed that project, and it took a lot of my energy. The cogitation projects are always just bigger projects than I think of them being, because it seems like it's just one thing, but it's one thing with a lot of small, intricate parts. All of the stitches are very simple, but they're put together in intricate ways, so it's actually a really nice balance for my brain of like, these are things you know how to do, but it keeps me like focused on the project to get them done. So, cogitation cowl happened. My bag club went out for the month. I worked on some surprises for the shop and a video. I have not filmed the video yet because I was coughing and lost my voice before that was filmed. My plan is to film that video after I film this. There is a new game of sorts available for your enjoyment. Peachlet wanted to play a game with everybody, so for October I have made a bingo board using wordy things because that's my jam. And we are trying to make bingos. You can either play along for fun and just fill out a bingo sheet, just, you know, because you want to, or because people like prizes. If you do complete a bingo and you tag me on Instagram, either with your finished board and like those flippy montages or along the way, then you are eligible for a free stitch marker that I am making for the month. And I'm not going to show it to you, but I will say owls. Super cute. So, those are available if people are interested. But again, you could totally just play for funsies. I would love to see what you're working on. It's definitely going to motivate me as another means other than just working on Sunday sunrise things. And the final thing was that I wanted to film a podcast, which I did, right? I did. I think. Yes, I did. That was like the last thing I filmed before I started to not feel good. So, that happened. This week, I have not made a list. As you know, I'm always super successful when I work that way. In part, it's because it's already Wednesday, and I'm just going to make another one of these on Sunday, so I don't have a lot of time because it's Wednesday night. So I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I have 3 days to do stuff before I make another Sunday sunrise video. So what I plan to do is I'm working a bunch on finishing up my black, gray, and brown striped Reminisce cardigan that I was making from a Let Peach Let Pick. I'm like really working on getting that done because I want the piece as soon as it gets cold again. It got cold here, and then it was 80 today, and I was like melting, and I know it's gonna get cold again. So I want the cardigan when the time comes. I'm going to start working through my own bingo board, both planning out what things will fill in what categories, because things can fill in multiple categories, and you can use works in progress, and the items, unless it is stated in the square, do not have to be completed. They just need progress made. So I'm going to work on that. And I think that's going to be plenty for me as I'm coming out of being sick, because I'm still pretty exhausted from that. Though, like tonight I have a weird amount of energy, so I don't know. Anyways, if you are interested in getting that bingo board for yourself, you can find it for free on my Patreon page, patreon.com/hookedbyhappenstance. That's patreon.com/hookedbyhappenstance. You can also find me on Instagram at hookedbyhappenstance if you'd like to see what I'm up to. I have been making an effort to post daily outfit of the day, like handmade wardrobe updates on my Instagram, so you can see my different items fluffed up with the human, as I like to say. And it's a mix of things that I have sewn, like this dress, things that I have beaded, like these Progress Pretties. There are Progress Pretties available in my online shop, as well as homemade earrings and things. And then, of course, the yarny bits. But y'all are probably here for the yarny bits. But there's the other stuff too, because it's all part what makes a handmade wardrobe. If I only did yarny bits, I'd be wearing like those swants, the sweater pants all winter, and just don't think that's going to be very effective with the wind here. That actually sounds quite terrible. So anyways, go ahead and check out the Let Peach Let Play bingo, and I will see you all next week. Bye.